All right, it's your boy from the Hotbox Social, returning again with part three of this series. Okay, we are definitely going into at least four volumes here. I think four volumes will do the trick, right? And then you won't really see me on here again. Okay, but this time out, I'm a little more organized. This time out, I've got a kind of a theme going here. I'm going to go with the solo Master P albums and the Real Untouchables, aka True, which Master P was a member of. We'll get into all that in a little bit. I'm going to start with the Master P solo collection first. And the very first Master P release was a four-song EP, which I do not have here. I do not have a copy. It is extremely rare. And it's also really not that good, to be honest. He's just kind of getting started with rapping. And this was maybe 1989. And we're just going to jump ahead to around 1990 or 91 with Master P's first solo release. Take a look at this right here, featuring True. This is the Getaway Clean album, all right, and you can kind of see the NWA influence right there. Okay, you can kind of look at this. It almost looks like a scene from the 100 Miles of Running video. And yeah, P on this album, he was still learning the business, still learning how to rap and all that sort of thing. And kind of shows on this album. I like it. It's got a few cuts on here, but he's really like just biting his way through this album. There's a song called Saxophone on here, which is essentially just King T's piano. They just use a different instrument. Like it's blatantly biting. There's another song on here that bites 100 miles of running. All of a sudden he's rapping fast over a chaotic beat, and then he doesn't ever do that again in his entire career. There's a jacking for beats bite here. He's jacking the beat jacking concept. So and that's actually on this next thing I'm going to show you right here. Okay, this is his Jackin' for Beats song right here, which came out maybe a year later. Master P, and you can see right here in both of these releases that Master P was using the apostrophe on the P, sorry, for his first release, and then he kind of dropped the apostrophe after that. There's also this single right here. He has the apostrophe on this one too. This is actually a single from his second full-length album, which we're going to get to in a second, all right? This is I'm Going Big Time. This is they specify on here that this is a 12-inch on cassette. Okay, it's good to be specific about those things. And this is another single right here, Master P, Trust Nobody. It's kind of cool artwork right here. Okay, and then this is the back of it right here. You can see EA Ski and CMT were his main producers at the time on those first couple of albums. Getaway Clean was the first one, and that was 1990 or maybe 91. Depends on your sources. Okay, online it says 91, and on at least one of the tracks he says 1991 as well. But on the cassette itself, it says 1990. There's actually two versions of this album right here. There is the independent version that was just No Limit. And then there's the second version, which came out shortly after. And this one is on No Limit, but also on In a Minute Records. Okay, I guess In a Minute did the distribution for this album. And for the second album, which dropped in 1992, this is a much more improvement happening here. Okay, and also what a killer album cover here. He was on that early, hey. He was on the visuals early. This one is a booming album from Master P. All right, this is Mama's Bad Boy. It's still kind of amateur sounding, but there's a lot of improvements made here. Once again, EA Ski and CMT as main producers. I think Kalu is on there a bit, or maybe it was just recorded in Kalu's studio. But this is the track listing right here. This is a dope album. I like this album much better than Getaway Clean. This is also on In a Minute Records, but at the same time, it's on No Limit. You can see both logos right there on the spine. So Master P has been independent from day one, but he had some distribution in the Bay for his first couple of full-length albums, and for his third album, he went to another distribution company. Or I don't really have that information in front of me, but this is Master P's third album. Well, kind of. This is a reissue of his third album, even though it says here Master P's first underground rap album. It's actually his third, but you can't really let some factual information get in the way of a reissue. You really want to get the original of this, but that is easier said than done. Okay, the original is very rare to get, from 1994. The original has better artwork. This is just like a zoomed in portion of the fuller artwork that is available on the original cassette or CD, which is very rare and goes for like hundreds of dollars online. And the track listing is a little bit different as well. Okay, this track listing on the reissue, okay, this reissue came out in 97 or 98 when No Limit blew up. And some of the songs are rearranged. Some of the titles are rearranged. They're kind of scattered around a bit. There's a couple of new songs on here, which it says here, 2 new songs, okay, which is okay, I guess. But he's got a couple of the new No Limit, with, Mystical on there, and, the modern at the time production. Doesn't really fit with this album. It just kind of planted in there early in the album. And you really want to get the original, and that's what I want to get as well. But for the meantime, okay, until I can find a copy and find myself $200 or $300 to get it, this is what I'm going with right here. This says limited collector's edition, but it's really the original. That's the collector's edition here. And you could also see in the background, at the time, P was promoting King George's career, and what was about to be his first album. And now on this reissue, since that time, they had a falling out. So his picture is blurred now, and you can see right here that he's not really down with King George anymore. And he blurred the picture. You can't really see who he is. And this artwork, the original artwork, is killer artwork. This is okay. And the album's okay as well. I prefer Mama's Bad Boy slightly over The Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me, but I still would like to get the original. And that's from 94. This reissue is 1997. And this one's through Priority Records distro, but the original was through something else, St. Charles label or situation or whatever he had. Okay, so those are the first 3 full-length Master P albums, all very good in their own way. And then all the other Master P albums I have kind of covered already. I went into this CD in, I think it was part 2 of this series. And then I broke out this tape here just now, just to show you that there are 2 different versions of this, both released in 95. The artwork for this one might be a little bit grimier, definitely better, but a little bit grimier, maybe couldn't make its way onto for national distribution, so they went with this. I believe that's the story with that. But otherwise, these have mostly the same track list, I think. I don't think there's anything really different about either of these versions right here. But this was 95, the beginning of 95, I think, when Master P first got his distribution deal with Priority Records, and that's what really made No Limit get up there. And this is also, you would say that this right here is also the first No Limit album to hit the Billboard chart. So he started doing it in a serious way right now. And of course, it wouldn't be the last time. He was all over the Billboard chart a couple of years later. And then these CDs I went through already, so I'll just quickly remind you of the next 3 Master P albums. This is the best Master P album you can get. Ice Cream Man The way he's rhyming on here is so hard. The beats are killer. This is one of the best No Limit releases, and this one right here is a close follow-up. This is a really good album as well from 1997, and I've already discussed that. And then I've already discussed this double album that dropped in 1998. This is A Few Steps Down. And then anything that came out after that from Masterpiece Solo, I think he's got like maybe another 4 or 5 albums, and I don't have them. There's really no reason to own them. Maybe some people out there have some different opinions. Maybe there's a few tracks that I need to listen to again, and maybe he's got some material from post '98, post MP The Last Dawn that's worth listening to. But from my recollection, okay, nothing was hitting after that album. He was just off in a whole different zone at that time. I also have this right here. This is the Make 'Em Say single right here, and this is cool. It's a nice little track. It has a non-album song called Weed and Hennessy, which is different than Weed and Money, right? That's a totally different song, and also an ad for Young Bleed and Silk the Shocker. And yeah, this is a nice little touch to have. Don't have very many singles, but that's one I have. And now I'm going to go through the true albums, except I'm noticing how long I spent talking about these, and I'm like, you know what? I think I might have to put that into another video. All right. I don't think y'all want to be watching 30-minute videos, so I'm going to shut it off right now. I'm going to do a part 4 on True Records. Sorry, on True, the group. And I will return shortly with that and some more dopeness there. True got quite the catalog. Want to go through it. They got at least 2 classic albums, and I'm going to show you all that stuff in the next video.